Beneath the mysterious expanse of our oceans lies some of the most magnificent creatures on Earth. Whales, with their immense size and captivating behaviors, come in many sizes and shapes. Join me for today's video. We're going to embark on a journey to discover the top 15 most incredible whale species in the world. Starting with number 15, the Bowhead Whale. The Bowhead Whale, some of the coolest whales around. They're predominantly found in the Arctic and subarctic regions, including the Arctic Ocean and the adjacent seas. They're perfectly suited for these frigid environments and have adapted to life in the icy seas. For starters, they have a thicker layer of blubber than their southern cohorts that insulates them from the harsh Arctic cold and stores energy for long migrations. Bowheads also have a lower metabolic rate compared to other whales, allowing them to thrive in the cold waters and making their energy use highly efficient. And because they live in such icy locations, their massive bow-shaped skulls are the result of ice-breaking adaptation. In fact, it's one of their key distinguishing features. Bowhead whales are also known to sing, but their songs are unlike the famous songs of the humpback whales, as they use a complex series of clicks and chirps for communication. They have the largest mouth of any animal, capable of taking in enormous volumes of water while feeding. Bowheads are among the longest living mammals on the planet. These giants can reach lengths of up to 60 feet and can weigh as much as 100 tons. But their most astonishing feature, however, is their incredible longevity. Bowhead whales are known to live for over 200 years, making them some of the oldest mammals in the world. Some individuals are believed to have lived for more than 211 years. That is a remarkable testament to their resilience. Who knows what secrets of the world the bowheads hold? Number 14. Narwhal. The narwhal is without a doubt one of the most recognizable sea creatures. It's that long spiral tusk which can grow to lengths of up to 10 feet. So is this whale an aquatic unicorn? Well, not quite. This tusk is actually an elongated tooth, and it's predominantly found in males, although some females have smaller versions. While the tusk is one of its defining characteristics, the narwhal is typically gray or mottled in color, blending in seamlessly with the Arctic environment. While the exact purpose of the narwhal's tusk isn't fully understood, it's believed to have served several functions, including sensing changes in the environment, hunting prey like squid and fish, and possibly for social interactions. They inhabit icy waters, specifically in the Atlantic and Russian Arctic regions, as well as the Canadian Arctic. They're known to travel in groups or pods and are frequently seen in these frigid seas. The whales possess a unique adaptation known as countershading. Their skin is darker on their upper side and lighter on the underside, helping them to camouflage them from predators below and potential threats from above. They're also known for their impressive diving ability, capable of diving to depths of up to 5,000 feet, making them one of the deepest diving marine mammals. Thanks to their unique shape, color, and tusks, these amazing whales have inspired many myths and legends throughout history, often being associated with magical and mystical properties, and perhaps they were even considered real-life sea monsters at one point. Number 13. The Beluga Whale. The beluga whale, also known as the canary of the sea, thanks to its melodic vocalizations, it's one of the most incredible whale species to ever grace the seven seas. Belugas are known for their big bubble heads and behavior, making them a popular subject of fascination. They're known for their bright white coloration, which stands out against the blue backdrop of the ocean. This coloration helps them blend into the Arctic and subarctic environments, where they're primarily found. Their unique feature is their bulbous forehead, called a melon, which is flexible, even squishy, and helps them communicate using a variety of sounds. These sounds can range from clicks and whistles to complex songs, which are integral to their social interactions and echolocation. Belugas are highly social animals and often travel in pods, which can vary in size from a few individuals to hundreds. These pods allow them to protect each other from predators and cooperate in hunting for prey, including fish, squid, and crustaceans. Their flexible neck vertebrae enable them to turn their heads in all directions, not unlike an owl, aiding in their hunting efforts. These bright white belugas are also known for their acrobatic displays, such as breaching, spy hopping, and even somersaults. These behaviors are thought to be a form of play, communication, and potentially a way to dislodge skin-shedding parasites. Unlike many other whale species, they're known for their ability to swim both forward and backward. Number 12. The Southern Bottlenose Whale. The Southern Bottlenose is a fun little and sometimes lesser-known whale. Its standout feature is that bulbous forehead. Now, this melon-shaped structure contains specialized tissues that play a crucial role in echolocation and communication. These whales produce a variety of clicks and whistles, allowing them to navigate the seas, chat with each other, and find prey in the depths. Males can reach lengths of up to 25 feet, while females are generally smaller. These whales have a dark gray to brownish black body with a lighter underside. And they're known for their distinctive, long, robust beaks that give them their common name. And like any good whale, the southern bottlenose exists in pods and takes part in plenty of playful social behavior. Southern bottlenose are deep-diving creatures capable of reaching depths of up to 8,000 feet or more during their foraging. They primarily feed on a diet of squid, fish, and other deep-sea organisms. To find their prey, they use echolocation, sending out sound waves and listening for the echoes to locate and catch their food. Conservation efforts for the southern bottlenose whale are challenging due to their remote and inaccessible habitats. They're not typically targeted by commercial whalers, but they still face threats from entanglement in fishing gear and potential disturbances from human activities, such as ship traffic and underwater noise pollution. Climate change and habitat degradation also pose long-term threats to these remarkable creatures. Number 11. Cuvier's beaked whale. There are plenty of creatures lurking in the depths of the ocean. Typically, though, we think of scary, nightmarish creatures staring back at us with their maws wide open, but no one ever expects the Cuvier's beaked whale to be swimming beneath them. These illustrious whales often remain hidden in deep waters and reveal very little about their life. For starters, Cuvier's beaked whales hold the record for the deepest and longest dives of any marine mammal, capable of descending to depths of over 9,800 feet and staying submerged for as long as 4 hours. This remarkable attribute allows them to access prey in the deepest parts of the ocean, such as giant squid and other deep-sea creatures that we humans rarely get to witness. One of their most intriguing characteristics is their elusive behavior. They're seldom seen by humans, as they typically avoid boats and have a secretive, reclusive nature, making them challenging subjects for scientific studies. But we do know that the beaked whale's biggest predators are none other than us. While the population status of Cuvier's beaked whales remains poorly understood, they face threats from human activities such as underwater noise pollution from military sonar and shipping, entanglement in fishing gear, and marine debris ingestion. Strandings and beachings often happen near naval bases where sonar may be in use. And Cuvier's beaked whales have been observed in Hawaii, avoiding diving for food or avoiding an area where sonar is used. Number 10. Fin whale. Balaenoptera physalis, better known as the fin whale, has been known to humans for centuries, with documented sightings and mentions in historical records dating back to ancient civilizations. They were named fin whales because of the prominent dorsal fin located about 2/3 the way down their long, streamlined bodies. The modern taxonomy and scientific understanding of this species have evolved over time, with advancements in marine biology and in genetics. The fin whale belongs to a family which includes other baleen whales like the blue whale and humpback whale. Within this family, it is the second largest species on Earth after the blue whale. Now, fin whales are renowned for their impressive swimming. They can reach speeds of up to 25 to 35 miles an hour in short bursts, earning them the nickname of the Greyhounds of the Sea. In terms of size, they are the second largest whale species, with adults typically reaching lengths of 60 to 80 feet and weighing up to 70 tons. So yeah, they're big and they're fast. Thank God these whales are gentle giants. Fin whales are filter feeders that primarily consume krill, small schooling fish, and various plankton organisms. They employ a unique feeding method called lunge feeding. This means they are accelerating to those high speeds and opening wide to engulf large quantities of prey and water. Now, very few predators target these adult fin whales due to their immense size, but they can fall victim to orca attacks. Fin whales are cosmopolitan and can be found in all major oceans, from the polar regions to the equator. They're migratory, with some populations moving to higher latitudes during the summer and returning to warmer waters in the winter. Their habitat does vary depending on the time of year, and they're often seen in both offshore and coastal waters. Number 9. The sei whale. The sei whale, or Balaenoptera borealis, is one of the lesser-known baleen whales that inhabits the world's oceans. They belong to the family Balaenopteridae and are part of the suborder Mysticeti, which includes all baleen whales. They're closely related to other large whale species such as the blue whales and fin whales, but much less is known about them. But what we do know is that sei whales are the third largest baleen whale, following the blue and fin. They typically reach lengths of about 45 to 60 feet and weigh between 15 to 20 tons. Sei whales have a worldwide distribution, inhabiting oceans across the world. Their adaptability to various marine environments and temperatures allow them to thrive in diverse oceanic conditions. They are incredibly adaptable, but while so many species of whale live amongst large pods, the sei whales are comparatively solitary creatures. They're usually observed alone or in groups of just 2 to 5 individuals. They're considered active swimmers capable of reaching speeds up to 34 miles an hour. Their agility and speed make them unique among large whales, allowing them to swiftly chase and capture prey. But because they tend to ride solo, that speed allows them to cover much more ground at a much faster rate. However, sei whales are considered an endangered species. They face numerous conservation challenges due to historical whaling and ongoing threats from entanglement in fishing gear, ship strikes, and habitat degradation. Number 8. Gray whales. The gray whales are stellar marine mammals known for many things, but their remarkable migrations continue to stun researchers. Gray whales were first documented by Western scientists in the 18th century. They're named after the Danish zoologist Daniel Frederick Eschridt, who contributed to the early scientific knowledge of the species. Robustus in their scientific name refers to their robust build. Adult gray whales typically reach lengths of 40 to 50 feet and weigh around 30 to 40 tons. They typically have a mottled gray coloration with patches of barnacles and scars from parasites. They've got a streamlined body with no dorsal fin, instead featuring a series of knuckles along their back. These gray whales are renowned for their extraordinary annual migration, which is one of the longest migrations of any mammal. They travel approximately 10 to 12,000 miles round trip between their feeding grounds in the Arctic and their breeding and calving grounds in the warm waters of Baja California. Migration is never easy though, even for something this big. This migration is a perilous undertaking, with many challenges along the way, including potential encounters with predators and human-related threats like ships and entanglement in fishing gear. In fact, humans and orca are the gray whale's biggest threats. Gray whales are primarily bottom feeders, feeding on a diet of small crustaceans such as amphipods, which they filter from the sea floor using their baleen plates. They use their mouths to create depressions in the sediment, from which they suck up their prey. And apart from their insane migration, their most unique feature is the double blowholes on their back, producing a V-shaped spout when they surface to breathe. And when they dive, you might see their flukes, which are broad and typically quite colorful due to the crustacean of barnacles. Number 7. Minky Whale. When we think of whales, we tend to think of behemoths like the blue whale, but there are plenty of smaller whales, with the minky being some of the smallest. So how small are they? Well, when these baleen whales reach adulthood, they typically reach lengths of 23 to 33 feet and weigh anywhere from 5 to 10 tons. They have a streamlined body with a pointed snout and a distinctive white band on each flipper, often referred to as the minky mark. The little minky was recognized as a distinct species in the mid-19th century. They were named after a Norwegian whaler named Minky, and their taxonomy has evolved over time with help of modern genetic analysis. Like so many others, minky whales are cosmopolitan and can be found in oceans worldwide, from the Arctic and Antarctic to temperate and tropical seas. They do, however, prefer colder waters and are often associated with the edges of ice packs and productive feeding areas. Speaking of feeding, these little guys feed on other small organisms like krill and small schooling fish, typically baleen food. They employ a lunge feeding technique where they accelerate towards their prey with their mouths wide open, engulfing massive quantities of food and water, which is then filtered through their baleen plates. Minky whales are notable for their elusive nature. They often have quick and unpredictable surfacing patterns, which can make them challenging to observe and study. Their size and appearance distinguish them from larger baleen whales, and their agility and speed set them apart from other members of their family. Despite being so tough to find, humans have historically hunted minky whales for their meat and blubber, and they remain subject to some commercial hunting, particularly in certain regions. Number 6. The Pygmy Sperm Whale. The Pygmy sperm whale, Kogaia breviceps, is a small, enigmatic cetacean species that inhabits the world's oceans. Now, these whales belong to the family Kogidae and are part of the toothed whale suborder Odontoceti. As the name would imply, pygmy sperm whales are among the smallest of the toothed whales, with adults typically reaching lengths of 9 to 11 feet and weighing between 600 to 800 pounds. They have a distinctive appearance with a dark gray to bluish-gray body and a rounded head. The lower jaw is small and lacks the teeth except for 2 pairs of small, pointed teeth in the lower jaw. Now, these little guys are found in warm and temperate waters worldwide, primarily in offshore areas and continental shelves. They're known for their preference for deep waters and are often associated with areas where water temperatures are above 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Their diet primarily consists of squid, small fish, and crustaceans, which they capture using their sharp, pointed teeth. Pygmy sperms are known to forage at various depths in the water column, often diving to find their prey. They are elusive and seldom observed in the wild, and they're known for their solitary or small group behavior, often seen alone or in groups of up to 6. They're generally slow swimmers, capable of brief bursts of speed when threatened, and one of their most remarkable features is the spermaceti organ located in their head. This organ contains a waxy substance believed to play a role in buoyancy control and echolocation. It can be expelled to create a smokescreen-like effect when threatened. Pygmy sperm whales exhibit some unique behaviors. They're known to engage in junking, a behavior where they release their feces and regurgitated stomach contents as a defensive mechanism. They may also eject a dark reddish-brown liquid when threatened or stressed. Is that a gross tactic? Well, yeah, but is it effective? Yep, absolutely. Number 5. Humpback whales. Humpback whales are some of nature's most beloved gentle giants. They're incredibly substantial in size, with adults reaching lengths of 40 to 50 feet and weighing between 25 to 45 tons. They have long, narrow pectoral fins, which can extend to nearly 1/3 of their body length. The whales are often recognized by the barnacles that adorn their rostrum, flippers, and dorsal fins. These barnacles provide a unique and ever-changing pattern that scientists use for individual identification. Now, humpback whales are renowned for their long-distance migrations. They travel between their cold water feeding areas, where they consume vast quantities of krill and small fish, and the warm water breeding grounds where they mate and give birth. Some populations of humpbacks undertake migrations of up to 16,000 miles annually. But what truly sets these whales apart is their song. These creatures sing incredibly complex and hauntingly beautiful songs. They can last for up to 20 minutes and are unique to each population. Every song, though, consists of a series of vocalizations that are organized into phrases and themes. Remarkably, all males within a specific population will sing the same song, making it a unique cultural trait for that group. These underwater songs are powerful too, with low-frequency sounds that can travel mind-blowing distances beneath the waves. All of this raises a question, though. Why exactly do the humpback whales sing? What are they saying? Well, theories abound, all of which hold equal weight and validity. One prevailing theory suggests that the songs are primarily used in mating rituals. During the breeding season, males sing to attract females and communicate their fitness and availability. Another theory is that songs are a form of competition among males. Each male aims to create a more appealing and intricate song to outcompete rival suitors. Songs may also serve as a form of communication between whales in the vicinity. They could convey information about feeding opportunities, navigation, or even the presence of predators. Number 4. Southern right whale. Southern right whales were named by whalers who considered them the right whales to hunt. This was because they are slow swimmers, tend to stay close to the coast, and when killed, they float, making them easier to harvest. It's a name with an incredibly sad history. They were extensively hunted during the whaling era, leading to dramatic population declines. Fortunately, hunting was banned in the 20th century, and their populations have been slowly recovering. Southern right whales are a species of baleen whale and belong to the Eubalaena genus, which includes 2 other right whale species, the North Atlantic right whale and the North Pacific right. Southern right whales, like other baleen whales, can hold their breath for an impressive duration. They can stay submerged for approximately 20 to 30 minutes, depending on factors such as activity and the depth of the dive. Not the longest amount of time we've seen today, but still an impressive feat nevertheless. But what really makes them stand out amongst fellow aquatic giants is their tail sailing. Tail sailing is a relatively rare behavior exhibited by southern rights. This behavior involves the whale raising its flukes out of the water and holding them upright, often for extended periods. While the exact reasons for tail sailing remain the subject of scientific study, several theories have been proposed to explain this behavior. One theory suggests that tail sailing could help regulate the whale body's temperature. By exposing their flukes to the air, southern right whales may cool down or warm up depending on their environment. This could be especially useful in regions with extreme temperature fluctuations, such as coastal waters. Tail sailing may have a communicative purpose. It's possible that by displaying their flukes above the water, whales are sending signals to other whales in the area. Others say that these are mating rituals, and some believe the southern right whale is tail sailing because it's fun. Number 3. Sperm whales. The big-headed blower. Sperm whales belong to the family Physeteridae and are part of the toothed whale suborder Odontoceti. They are the largest of the toothed whales and are known for their distinctive features, like that massive head of theirs. Sperm whales are among the largest animals on Earth, the males reaching lengths of 50 to 60 feet and females being somewhat smaller. Their most iconic feature is the massive square-shaped head, which can account for up to 1/3 of their total body length. This head houses a substance known as spermaceti. A spermaceti is a waxy, translucent substance that's been a subject of fascination for decades, and its purpose in sperm whales has long been the subject of scientific inquiry. This substance is composed primarily of esters of fatty acids and aliphatic alcohols. These compounds give it that waxy consistency at ambient temperatures and a liquid form at body temperature. But the thing is, nobody really knows what it does, not for sure at least. One hypothesis suggests that spermaceti helps regulate the whale's buoyancy. The whale can control the temperature of the spermaceti to change its density, allowing it to float or dive to different depths. Some scientists have proposed that spermaceti may play a role in echolocation, the system whales use for communication, navigation, and hunting. By changing the consistency of this spermaceti, whales might be able to manipulate sound transmission in water. Another theory suggests that liquid form of spermaceti might aid the sperm whale in deep dives. As the whale descends, the spermaceti may become more liquid and assist with the compression of the organs in the head. Sperm whales also possess the largest brain of any animal on Earth. Their brain can weigh up to 20 pounds, and it's associated with complex behaviors and communication. These big brains also mean that sperm whales are highly social animals, typically organized into family groups led by a mature female. These groups can include females and their young, as well as juvenile males. Number 2. Orca. Thanks to the all-time greats like Shamu and Free Willy, Orcanus orca killer whales, or just orca, are one of the most iconic marine creatures on our planet. While they are widely referred to as killer whales, the name can be misleading, as they're actually the largest member of the dolphin family. Orcas are robust and powerful animals, with males typically growing to lengths of 20 to 26 feet and females slightly smaller. Aside from their coloration, orcas are easily recognizable thanks to their dorsal fins. In fact, some male dorsal fins can reach heights of up to 6 feet. Orcas are apex predators. They're known for their diverse and adaptable diet too. Their prey includes fish, squid, and marine mammals. They're famous for their ability to hunt larger marine mammals like seals, sea lions, and even some baleen whales. Different populations of orcas around the world have specialized diets and hunting techniques, but they all have one thing in common: 56 conical-shaped teeth used for capturing and holding prey. Orcas employ various hunting techniques, such as cooperative hunting, where they work together in coordinated groups. For example, some groups have developed a strategy known as carousel feeding, where they swim in a circle to create waves that then wash prey into the water. Others use their tail to create waves that knock seal off ice floes. They're obviously incredibly smart and have some of the largest brains in the animal kingdom, particularly the part associated with emotions and complex behaviors. The average orca brain can weigh around 15 pounds. They're also known for their complex social structures and strong family bonds. They live in matrilineal groups led by older females. Now, these family groups can be part of larger communities or pods, and they often travel and hunt together. No two orca are alike. Like us, these mammals exhibit their own cultural behaviors that are passed down from one generation to the next. This includes specialized hunting techniques, unique vocalizations, and even regional dietary preferences. These cultural traits contribute to the diversity observed among different orcas worldwide. Number 1. The blue whale. Not only is it one of the most majestic, most incredible animals in the world, but the blue whale, Balaenoptera musculus, is also the largest animal on Earth. As the largest animal on Earth, adult individuals typically reach lengths of 70 to 90 feet and weigh as much as 200 tons. Their tongue alone can weigh up to 5 tons. To put these numbers into perspective, the weight of a single blue whale is roughly the same as 33 fully grown African elephants or 1,300 average-sized people. Their sheer length is comparable to the length of 3 school buses parked end-to-end, or around 3/4 of the length of a basketball court. And with a body that big, the blue whale is gonna need one big heart to keep it going. The heart of a blue whale dances around 1,300 pounds, and it's the size of a car, and their aorta can be large enough for a human to crawl through. Despite being so large, blue whales primarily feed on krill and small fish via filter feeding, using baleen plates in their mouths to trap their prey while expelling the excess water. When you weigh 200 tons, that means you need to take on about 8,000 pounds of food a day and consume about 1.5 million calories a day. But to filter out all of that food, the blue whale is taking on about 2,200 gallons in one mouthful. Talk about a big gulp. It's important to note that blue whales engage in episodic feeding, where they gorge themselves on krill during the feeding season and then rely on their fat reserves during their migration to breeding areas. Their feeding patterns are closely tied to the availability of their primary prey, krill. Now, despite their size, the blue whale does have predators. Orcas typically target blue whale calves, as they're smaller, less experienced, and more vulnerable than the adult blue whales. The orca will chase blue whales for hours or even days in an attempt to exhaust the calf by disrupting its breathing patterns and movements. I'll see you guys next time.
Watch our Animals playlist for more top 15 videos about animals. Sit back, relax, and binge watch all of our best animal-related videos.
Thank you to our channel members.